Honorable mention, The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4. Finale of the epic saga comes to new platforms this April. The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4 will be releasing on PC and Switch. As the Erebonina Empire edges ever closer to the brink of war, the heroes of Class 7 make their return after the events of Trails of Cold Steel 3. Rianschorze has gone missing as the Empire on the path of domination continues to strengthen. Players can expect new and returning systems in this story-rich JRPG in this epic ending to the series of games. Gain the ability to summon giant mechs for the battlefield, unleashing devastating attacks, choose auto battle to speed up the combat, and take advantage of the Lost Arts, an exceedingly powerful orbal magic, which could mean a victory at hand. Take part in mini-games in between battles, which will include returning favourites such as Vantage Master, fishing, and puzzles. Some new additions include poker, blackjack, and the horror coaster. The Legends of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4 will release on April 9th for Switch and PC. The game is already available on PlayStation 4. At number 5, We Are The Caretakers. We Are The Caretakers is an Afro-futuristic squad management RPG where players will arrange their own arcane team inspired by Darkest Dungeon, XCOM, and Ogre Battle. In this title, you are in charge of defending the endangered species of this world, a caretaker for the ecosystem with strategic turn-based combat. There are things to keep in mind though, such as reputation, funds, research, animals, and alliances. Make your decisions wisely in this morally complex world. Caretakers is a mix of diplomacy, dealing with consequences of your actions, fending off poachers, and the messy reality of animal conservation. Build a squad of 9 characters, all with diverse traits, weaknesses, abilities, and personalities. There are 20+ job classes to adopt, giving a range of customizations to your team. You will have some rhino-like animals to care for, including baby Roans, who will still want to cuddle even when they're grown considerably large and unaware of their size. How crushingly cute. We Are The Caretakers will be releasing on PC via Steam Early Access on April 22nd. At number 4, Poison Control. After winding up lost in hell, you must seek the way back to the mortal realm. Along the way, you team up with Poisonette, who can possess your body. In this one body of 2 souls, you will purify the hearts of the fallen, fight the clashes of toxic creatures who are bringing beings into the hellish realms. Poison Control is a turf war-styled action RPG, where you will journey through Hell's Bells, spiritual realms which form from the sullied hearts of girls. No, seriously, that's the plot. Unlock weapons and enchantments along the way to customize your playthrough, which includes poison bombs, diffusions, and fire poisons. You can also swap between the Soulmate with their gun wielding with firepower and Poisonette's poison absorbing abilities to destroy creatures. Poison Control looks to be a colourful and fun journey of redemption with vibrant gameplay in true NIS form. Poison Control will release on April 13th on PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. At number 3, SaGa Frontier Remastered. Relive the classic 1988 SaGa in SaGa Frontier Remastered, coming in an array of platforms this month. Embark on an adventure with your favourite characters, with 8 characters to choose from, each with different endings and goals. You are put in the driver's seat as choices will impact the events that unfold with the freeform scenario system. This in-depth system will mean your decisions will expand the tale and create a story of your own. Frontier is set in the sci-fi world of the regions, a group of worlds each with their own culture, races, tech, and even magic. Players will go against groups of enemies in turn-based combat, choosing actions and watching them play out, now all in HD. Use the Glimmer ability to teach your characters new skills and attacks, plus more. In this remaster, you can follow a new main character called Fuse after unlocking certain conditions. There are also new Fuse scenario features such as a new soundtrack from Kenji Ito and new content to enjoy. There are also phantom cutscenes. Scenes that were originally cut from the game are now part of the remaster, letting players dive deeper into the story than ever before. SaGa Frontier Remastered releases on April 15th for PlayStation 4, PC, Switch, Android, and iOS. At number 2, Outriders. Outriders is set in the sci-fi universe of Enoch, where humans are striving to save humanity in a last chance stretch by attempting to colonize a new Earth. But with strange occurrences known as the anomaly, these storms are ruthless and cause the colony to go into cryosleep. When they emerge 30 years later, they possess strange powers, including the ability to wield fire with their bare hands and be able to freeze targets in place. There are also strange supernatural beings that are far from hospitable. In this co-op shooter, players can choose from 4 different classes with up to 3 in a party. The Technomancer, a rather flexible class that utilizes a long-ranged gun possessing healing abilities, the Pyromancer uses the element of fire wielding flames to incinerate enemies. The Trickster can manipulate space and time, dropping in on foes for close-ranged attacks. Lastly, the Devastator, a tanky class that uses the earth element to stand their ground. Outriders will have full crossplay support, meaning everyone across platforms can co-op together. Players will also receive free game upgrades from PS4 to PS5, as well as there is support for Xbox platforms through the Smart Delivery system. So even if you don't get the next-gen console by the release date, you can still pick up a copy without a worry. Outriders will be releasing on April 1st for PC, Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PC via the Epic Games Store. At number 1, NieR Replicant 1.22474487139. NieR Replicant 1.22474487139. Yes, that is the actual title for the action RPG, a prequel of sorts to the infamous NieR Automata, set in the same world but following different characters. In this entry, players will be invited into a dark, apocalyptic world on a brother's quest to cure his sister Yona of a deadly disease, the Black Scroll. This quest will cause them to question everything about their world, which is on the brink of extinction. Square Enix producer Yuzuki Saito describes it as a version up opposed to a remake or remaster. The new version is set to include fully voiced lines, new content, new music, compositions by the original composer Keiichi Okabe. In this rendition of the game, combat comes with a smoother experience compared to the original game, enhancing the gameplay for fans, making it closer to the experience found in NieR Automata. The visuals have also been given a facelift, taking advantage of modern-day consoles' capabilities. NieR Replicant will also be getting a similar weapon storage system as NieR Automata with expanded weapon memories. NieR Replicant version 1.22 is releasing for PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on April 23rd. That's a wrap for the top RPGs of April. Did I miss your favourite April release? What games are you looking most forward to this year? Please let us know in the comments below.